You know, tonight we've heard about looking longer, imagining better, and choosing to reduce suffering rather than to ignore it. And now we get to celebrate leaders who are already doing exactly that in their businesses, their organizations, their communities all across Kitsap County. Each of our honorees saw something worth improving, a gap, an opportunity, a need. And instead of looking away, they leaned in. They used their influence, their creativity, and courage to make a difference. And that is what this award is truly all about. So as we move into the 2026 Kitsap 20 Under 40 Awards, I invite you to bring the energy, the enthusiasm, and the pride that these leaders deserve. As I mentioned earlier, cheer loudly, celebrate boldly, because this is their moment. To help us honor tonight's rising stars, we're joined by two leaders who understand firsthand what this recognition represents. First is Matt Augsburger, founder and CEO of Strong Retirement Solutions. Matt's work is grounded in a clear mission, building wealth, not only for current generation, but for generations to come. A former 20 Under 40 honoree himself, Matt is known for his commitment to clarity, integrity, long-term impact in both business and community leadership. Let's hear it from Matt. Joining him is Grace Feldman, a former 20 Under 40 honoree and dedicated community leader. Grace's work and leadership have consistently reflected a deep commitment to equity, service, and strengthening the fabric of our community. Values that are at heart of these awards programs. Let's hear it for her. And before I bring them up, we've come to the pop quiz portion of the night. On the count of three, to bring them on the stage, we're going to practice our LK clap to bring them up here. And if it's not loud enough, they stay down there, and dessert gets held. I know. So let's give on the count of three. Please join me in welcoming our presenters award, Matt Asperger and Grace Feldman. 1, 2, 3.
Are we going to test these? Good. This one going over here, yes? Little does he know we all already ate our desserts. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's kick this off. Do you remember what you wanted to be when you grew up? Some people want to be a firefighter, some people want to be a doctor, or some people want to be a professional sports player. Natalie Logue wanted to be the director of nursing and the chair of the hospital staffing committee at St. Michael's Medical Center. And she did it. She has devoted nearly 15 years to healthcare and leadership and has been instrumental in implementing staffing laws and developing staffing plans for the new 72-bed hospital wing. When you run a team, you have to be tough, but you also have to be kind. You have to be a good listener, and you also have to be a good enforcer. You have to set expectations, but you also have to be the example. Natalie's leadership philosophy does that, and it goes beyond to practice both the patient safety and the employee well-being. Beyond the hospital, she has volunteered with Kitsap Community Resources, Christmas Angels, and South Kitsap School District events. Congratulations, Natalie Logue.
Here we go, a little short. Bring it down to my level. Okay, well, thank you, everybody. I'm deeply honored for the 20 Under 40 Leadership Award, especially as someone who will be turning 40 in 134 days. But who's counting? I sincerely appreciate being recognized by Leadership Kitsap and the selection committee. And I'm humbled to be included alongside such accomplished individuals. This recognition reflects the collective efforts of many. I'm grateful to the healthcare leaders who modeled excellence and invested in my professional growth, especially in my early career. I would like to thank my colleagues at St. Michael's Medical Center, whose collaboration and dedication to patient-centered care inspire me daily. Most importantly, I want to express my deepest gratitude to my family. They're my foundation, my motivation, excuse me, and my reminder for what truly matters. This would not have been possible without their unwavering support, patience, and encouragement, especially during the long hours, challenging days, and missed moments. I love you guys. Thanks. All right. I'm getting the wave back there. I'm just, for the next group, I can't see what you got going on back there on the sign. But, okay, nursing leadership is rooted in service. It requires advocacy, accountability, and an unwavering commitment to patient safety and quality care. It means leading with integrity and supporting those at the bedside and advancing our profession. Receiving this award, and just before the cutoff, reaffirms my dedication to leading with courage, compassion, and purpose. Thank you very much. Am I going this way?
I'm going to get out my phone flashlight because I am not under 40, so I have to be able to see my page to read it. Some people might see disability as a handicap. Emma Armstrong sees it as a superpower. The man with autism who is also able to weigh out restaurant portion sizes exactly right every time. The wheelchair-bound woman who is the queen of customer service at the front desk. The ADHD individual who cannot sit still for the life of them, but who is amazing on the phone, handling inbound phone calls. Emma's job is to help local businesses recognize the value of hiring people with disabilities to match the superpower with the employer, to connect purpose with action. She's a passionate advocate for inclusive employment in Kitsap County, serving in communications and strategy for Trillium Employment Services. Emma amplifies voices often overlooked, creating programs and partnerships that might make inclusion visible and practical. Emma's vision in Kitsap is where everyone has a place and everyone fits. Congratulations, Emma Armstrong.
Yeah, you can't see anything with the light. I learned early in life that leadership isn't about being the loudest person in the room, which is great news, because that's not me. I grew up watching my parents run a small business in Port Orchard, a small third-party administrator for retirement plans, which is just as exciting as it sounds. What stood out wasn't what they did, but how they treated people. They cared deeply about creating a place where people felt welcome and valued, and their business thrived. Their person-centered leadership style has stayed with me, and I'm grateful to have found that same culture again at Trillium. Over the years there, I've learned that at our core, everyone wants the same things: to belong, to be seen, and to contribute in a way that matters. When we slow down enough to make space for people who think, move, or communicate differently, something powerful happens. We don't just support one individual. We build communities that work better for everyone. Inclusion isn't about lowering the bar. It's about widening the door. I want to thank my family, especially my husband, whose steady support has made everything I do possible, and my kids, who remind me every day why this work matters so much. Thank you to Trillium, to Leadership Kitsap, and to all who believe in a community where everyone belongs. I'm deeply honored.
Good evening. Some leaders don't just serve their communities, they help connect them. William Brasch is one of those people, bringing together purpose, partnership, and a passion for strengthening lives. William grew up learning the value of hard work and responsibility from his father, who owned a construction business. Today, as Community Development Officer at the Coffee Oasis, William leads partnerships between businesses, churches, and civic organizations to support homeless and at-risk youth. He organizes events like the Hope Gala and fosters collaboration that strengthens Kitsap County's nonprofit ecosystem. A father of 4, William is deeply invested in creating spaces where families and community members feel connected and valued. Please join me in welcoming William Brasch.
Wow, thank you. I am humbled and grateful for the recognition and for the opportunity to contribute to something bigger than myself. I believe in a future where this community truly stands up and stands together to end hurting. Imagine a world where no young person has to wonder where they might sleep at night. Imagine a community where those who are hurting are seen, supported, and surrounded by hope. This is the world I believe God calls us to build together. While I've struggled at times to find my place, that calling has had a stronghold on my heart. It ultimately led me to the Coffee Oasis, an organization that has faithfully served this community for 29 years. And it has also given me the space to live out my calling here in Kitsap County. Through my role, I have had the privilege of connecting with individuals across Kitsap who care deeply about so many different causes. Seeing that generosity and compassion in action has strengthened my faith, renewed my spirit of service, and given me great hope for the future. Under new leadership at the Coffee Oasis this year, we are not only strengthening the services we provide, but we are expanding them in a sustainable way so that no young person has to wonder where they might sleep at night. I want to thank my wife, who has been my rock and my steadfast supporter, and the leadership at the Coffee Oasis, who has trusted me and allowed me to flourish. Thank you for celebrating all of us and the collective impact that we can achieve together.
Real change happens when compassion is paired with action. Madison Tuttle is a leader who turns vision into tangible outcomes for individuals and families across Kitsap. Madison serves as Young Adult Transition Team Program Supervisor at Kitsap Mental Health Services, where she oversees a multidisciplinary team of housing and employment support professionals. Known for her approachability and dedication, Madison empowers clients, staff, and community partners to reach their goals. She serves on the Kitsap Housing and Homelessness Executive Team and participates in local networks addressing food insecurity and homelessness. Madison's vision is a Kitsap where every person that has access to stable housing, healthcare, and opportunities to thrive. Please join me in welcoming Madison Tuttle.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for being at tonight's celebration. I am filled with deep gratitude for our amazing community, where I have found that by sharing passion, building collaborative relationships, and solving problems creatively, we can make changes happen to strengthen our community. When I first stepped into a management role, I quickly learned that who I chose to learn from and surround myself with greatly influences my success as the leader. There are a few special folks here tonight whose influences I'm especially grateful for. Scott, for giving me a chance and believing in me. Your mentoring and partnership means the world to me. Monica and Abby, your leadership and guidance inspires me every day. Wendy, Bryn, and others who have provided consultation, I so appreciate the time and wisdom you have shared with me. Mom and Dad, I am incredibly grateful for the examples you set, raising me to value service, kindness, and perseverance, and for always helping me to find my dreams. And my incredible husband, Gage, my biggest supporter, loudest cheerleader, and best sounding board. I love you. Finally, to the community recognizing me tonight, this award will stand out as a special achievement in my journey, and I thank you for this honor. I know that to continue creating outstanding results, we must always prioritize collaboration, empathy, and a vision for a better tomorrow. Thank you all for being a part of that.
By a show of hands, who owns a home? Who owns a home? Also, of those people who own a home, how many people know someone, either a friend or a family member, who would also like to own a home, but they may not have the down payment needed to get that house? It's a big deal. Enter Courtney Storey. Courtney is a dedicated leader in nonprofit home ownership programs. In fact, she was hired at Community Frameworks at the inception of the only down payment assistance program in Kitsap County. And over the last 13 years of serving the community, she has assisted over 100 families with their dream of purchasing their first home. If that wasn't enough, she builds bridges across nonprofits, across government and private industries, sitting on the steering committee of the Asset Building Coalition of Kitsap County, participating in workshops to help potential homeowners learn, earn, save, own, and protect. Courtney's mission is to keep Kitsap local, ensuring that residents can live, work, and thrive in the communities they love for generations to come. Ladies and gentlemen, Courtney Storey.
Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. It's really exciting moment for me to be one of the 20 under 40 honorees. For more than 20 years, I've worked in the mortgage industry in a variety of roles. For the past 13 years, I've assisted first-time homebuyers navigate the process of purchasing a home. It's not always easy and can sometimes be a real challenge, but it's such a meaningful first milestone that I truly enjoy being a part of. Seeing the smiles on their faces as they receive keys, watching their children jump up and down with excitement, and knowing they're planting roots in Kitsap is what makes me love the work even more. Affordable, stable housing makes an impact on people's daily life, and I hope to help many more families into the future. Thank you to Leadership Kitsap for creating this event. It's an incredible opportunity to highlight people in our community that make meaningful contributions every single day. Congratulations to the other honorees in the room. It's a joy meeting all of you, and thank you for your dedication to Kitsap and all of your service to make it a better place for everybody. I deeply appreciate being recognized for this award, and I'm excited to share the night with my family. I love you guys. Thank you again so much.
How many years now has it been that food prices have been going up? 6, 7? If you don't get that, you're probably over 40. The reality is food prices have gone up a lot over the last several years. In fact, a trip to Costco used to cost $100 every 30 minutes. Now it's $100 every 10 minutes. Jessica Trevino oversees the North Kitsap Fish Line Food Bank, where people get to eat regardless of how expensive food becomes. Jessica manages the team members and the volunteers while addressing growing community needs. In fact, Food Bank has seen nearly 20% growth in the clients that they serve year over year. They serve more households than they ever have before. Jessica's dedication strengthens Kitsap's safety net, ensuring residents have access to essential services, and her vision is a community where everyone has a seat at the table. Please join me in congratulating Jessica Trevino.
Thank you so much for this incredible honor. Standing here as one of the 20 under 40 honorees reminds me of Robert Frost's idea of choosing the road less traveled and how those choices shape who we become. Leadership is full of those moments, decisions that carry weight and hope for our community's future. And looking around this room, I know the honorees beside me have each taken their own meaningful path to help Kitsap grow and thrive. A few years ago, I was working as a receptionist at a veterinary clinic in Poulsbo. I loved it, but I felt a tug, a sense that I could be doing more for the community. I was just beginning to call home. When the opportunity at Fishline appeared, it felt like that diverging path Frost described. I took a chance, applied, and 3 years later, I have the privilege of managing the food bank. This journey has been shaped by the people who believed in me. I'm deeply grateful to my supervisors for taking a chance on someone with an animal science degree and a big heart, and for giving me the guidance and confidence to grow as a manager and as a person. I'm grateful to every mentor and every community member who has taught me something along the way. And with 200 volunteers, trust me, you'll learn a lot. To my parents, thank you for giving me everything you had and for teaching me compassion as a way of life. And to my husband, my steady place when life gets overwhelming, your support gave me the courage to try something new and continues to give me strength to persevere. Thank you for recognizing not just my work, but the work of Fishline and the community we serve. This means more than I can show. Thank you.
Vibrant downtowns and thriving creative economies don't happen on their own. They're shaped by leaders who see possibility and bring people together. Sam Enlow is one of those leaders in Bremerton. Sam is a creative entrepreneur in Bremerton. She co-owns Fingers Duke Design Studio and Screen Printing. A dedicated business owner, working artist, and community volunteer, Sam revitalized Bremerton's first Friday Art Walk, expanding participation to over 50 businesses, and launched Brem Built during COVID to support local businesses. She is on the board of the Downtown Bremerton Association, and under her leadership as president, the Downtown Bremerton Association achieved Main Street accreditation in 2025. Hey, yeah, hey, bring it on. Sam remains committed to using art and entrepreneurship as catalysts for a more vibrant, inclusive, and connected Kitsap County. Congratulations, Sam Enlow.
We can all do hard things, so bear with me here. I'm also not over 40, but blind. Thank you to Leadership Kitsap for this incredible honor of being awarded 20 under 40. I'm reminded that I am truly the reflection of the coolest people I have ever met. Mentors, friends, colleagues, family, whose strength, creativity, and generosity have shaped who I am and inspired the work that I do every day. You know who you are. I only have 90 seconds. Leadership is never a solo act. The achievements we celebrate tonight are possible because of the communities we build and the teams that we choose. I share this recognition with my community, collaborators, and everyone who believes in the power of working together. Speaking of choices, I want to thank Max, my husband and partner in life. He's the constant reminder of what true empathy and love looks like, and always reminds me to drink water. This world is brighter with you in it, and you're one more good reason to make it better. I love you and I like you. Thank you, everyone.
Libraries today are more than buildings. They are hubs of fellow librarians. They are hubs of connection, creativity, and belonging. Glenna Matteson guides with that vision at the heart of her work. Glenna leads the downtown Bremerton branch of Kitsap Regional Library, connecting patrons, community organizations, and creative projects. She has facilitated partnerships for programs such as Pink Prom with Kitsap Pride and Kitsap Arts Initiatives. Glenna serves on multiple boards focused on community enrichment, including the Up From Slavery Institute and Ways Goose Kitsap. She is known for thoughtful, intentional leadership that prioritizes diverse voices and collaborative problem solving. Glenna's vision for Kitsap County is one that invests in arts, literacy, and youth while fostering a culture of joy and inclusion. Please join me in congratulating Glenna Matteson.
Thank you. Public service is at the heart of my family. From my grandparents, including my grandfather, who was a state police captain, to my aunts here tonight with me, my cousins and my parents, my family knows what it means to be a part of a community and work towards the common good. I'm proud to carry on this legacy of public service, and I'm especially grateful for the guidance of my mother, who is my role model in every way of what it means to advocate for the needs of the many. I want to thank the Kitsap Regional Library for nominating me and for being an amazing place to work. Libraries have been my happiest place since I was a child, and I still can't believe I get to spend every day surrounded by books and people who looking to learn. And I especially want to thank my incredible team at the Downtown Bremerton branch. They inspire me every day by approaching our work with curiosity and with care. Lastly, I want to thank my partner, who reminds me every day that it is always possible to do the right thing and to do it by being kind. I'm happy to be here in community with you all, looking for ways to make it better and brighter together, just as my family taught me to do. I'm looking forward to what's next. Thank you.
Growing up, Rachel Studebaker's first job was on a farm, repainting fences, pulling weeds, trimming trees. And the thing about farm work is the job isn't done until it's done. It's where you learn perspective, and it's where you learn discipline. It's where you might only speak a few words, but you say a lot. Rachel takes these lessons to her brand design company, Studebaker Design Company. As a creative entrepreneur, she helps local businesses tell their stories through meaningful brand strategy and design. Her work has strengthened the identity of businesses like Larry and Christie's Donuts, delicious, and Evergreen Pizza, also delicious. She helps local business owners be seen, highlighting what makes them unique. Beyond her design work, Rachel leads Creative Mornings Paulsbo, a volunteer-based monthly event that brings together creators, entrepreneurs, and community members from across the county to share ideas, inspiration, and resources. Rachel says, when local businesses thrive and connect authentically with their neighbors, everyone benefits. Supporting business like that makes our county richer. Ladies and gentlemen, Rachel Studebaker.
It is dark up here. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Kitsap Leadership, and thank you everybody in this room tonight. I moved to Kitsap knowing two people with the intent of staying temporarily so I could simply hike more mountain trails. Thanks to the overwhelming kindness and support I found here in Kitsap, I'm here tonight 6 years later. This place has made it easier than ever to turn clients and colleagues into friends, many of you whom are here tonight. A special shout out to Elena, Amber, and Vibe Coworks for fostering those connections. To the long list of business owners who have trusted me with their branding, thank you. Your passion and vision has inspired me day after day, and I'm grateful it has transformed into dinners, hikes, and more collaboration within our community. The collective effort to host Creative Mornings has been one of the most rewarding processes. The fact that we wake up at 7 in the morning willingly to socialize is a testimony in itself. Hugging and laughing, both with familiar faces and new ones, eagerly gathering to share ideas and find connections is a special thing. Thank you to every attendee, volunteer, and sponsor who has made it thrive every single month. Congratulations to the winners and their guests tonight. I'm honored to be in the room with you. And thank you to my family. I can't put enough words on paper to say how much I love you, and I'm grateful to be here because of you. Cheers.
Anna Tensler is an education professional, the executive assistant to the superintendent of the South Kitsap School District. Anytime a new Navy family arrives in South Kitsap, they need to know how their children are going to fit inside of the school district. Anna works to ensure that students, families, and staff all feel supported, valued, and connected. She is deeply involved and volunteers in the schools besides working at the school, witnessing the educational magic happen from the youngest preschoolers to the graduating seniors, and seeing their moments of joy, of resilience, and of achievement unfold on a daily basis. Anna collaborates with local agencies, including fire and police departments, city councils, and libraries, to strengthen community, and she believes that leading through service means that you can create a community where residents feel engaged and supported across generations. Congratulations, Anna Tensler.
Thank you so much. I'm incredibly honored to be receiving the Leadership Kitsap 20 Under 40 Award. And leadership for me has never been about a title. It's about people. It's about showing up, listening well, and doing the work even when it's hard or unseen. I've been shaped by mentors who believed in me before I fully believed in myself, and I'm grateful to those who challenged me to think bigger and to lead with purpose. I'm especially grateful for the team I get to work alongside every day in South Kitsap School District, leaders who are fiercely committed to students, families, and their community. Public education requires hard work and big hearts, and any impact I've had is because of the people around me who lead with integrity while loving people every day. I also want to thank my parents who showed me by example what it means to work hard, stay grounded, and give back. Their values and support have shaped who I am and how I lead, and I carry those lessons with me every day, whether in the office or at home. This award isn't just a recognition of individual leadership, it's a reminder of the responsibility we all have to lift others, create opportunity, and lead with heart. Thank you to Leadership Kitsap for this honor and for believing in the power of leadership that serves others. I'm so proud to be a part of this community and excited for what we're all building together. Thank you.
Building strong communities starts with more than structures. It starts with people who care about quality, sustainability, and opportunity. Jake Carter brings that commitment to every project he leads. Jake oversees construction at Habitat for Humanity of Kitsap County, where he builds affordable, high-performance homes for local families. His first complete project was a net zero energy home, ensuring minimal energy costs for the family while promoting sustainable building practices. Jake also serves on multiple school advisory committees, leads workforce development initiatives, serving as a board member of the Kitsap Building Association, and teaches summer programs for emerging tradespeople. He is passionate about connecting community members, nonprofits, and local schools to provide opportunities for youth entering the trades. Please join me in congratulating Jake Carter.
What an honor to be recognized with these other stellar leaders in Kitsap County. A big thank you to Leadership Kitsap for this amazing evening. To my family that supports and motivates me every day, I love you and I'm forever grateful. My journey to what I'm doing today is shaped by my relocation to Kitsap with my wife from Virginia a decade ago. As I transitioned from working in the field in construction to cutting my teeth as a project manager, something began to stick with me. Almost every contractor that I worked with had staffing challenges, and they could never find enough people to complete the work. While many of you are aware that we have housing affordability challenges in Kitsap and across the country, what you might not be aware of is that we're also experiencing a significant shortage of skilled tradespeople. Sadly, both of these challenges have only worsened over the last several years, and I believe they are connected in many ways. When there aren't enough skilled tradespeople to build all the housing needed, affordability is impacted, both in the first cost and the life cycle cost. And ultimately, this leads to some new housing not being built as well as it should be. For these reasons, I'm immensely grateful to my current and past mentors and colleagues that have pushed me to be passionate and focused on the work at hand. Today, that work has three parts. First, connecting with folks that want to support Kitsap Habitat in providing more homeownership opportunities. Second, partnering with local schools and trades training programs to promote and encourage the trades as an incredibly gratifying career. And third, advocating for best building practices that result in healthy, durable, and affordable homes. It takes community to build community, and I'm honored to be a part of the community in this room. Thank you.
Some leaders create belonging wherever they go through creativity, authenticity, and genuine care. Ryleigh Hazen is one of those leaders, showing up for her community with purpose and heart. Ryleigh is a dynamic leader in Kitsap County, balancing her roles in marketing for corporate organizations and as an owner-instructor at Studio K Pole. As a business owner, she fosters a welcoming, inclusive environment, promoting creativity, empowerment, and connection. Ryleigh also serves as marketing director for the Social Soiree, supporting local nonprofits through collaborative initiatives. She believes community leadership is about showing up authentically, consistently, and with purpose. Congratulations, Ryleigh Hazen.
When I was growing up, I thought changing the world meant doing something big. Big ideas, big actions, big impact. I imagined working on massive problems in far-off places. But as I've grown, my perspective has shifted. I've learned that real impact doesn't always start on a global stage. More often, it starts locally. It starts with showing up for your community, building something small and meaningful, and caring deeply about the people right in front of you. Creating spaces where people feel seen and supported may not always feel flashy, but that's where real transformation happens. When you invest in your local community, the ripple effects are bigger than you ever expect. This recognition reminds me that impact isn't measured by how far your reach is, but how deeply you care and how consistently you show up. Closing out my 20s with this recognition feels incredibly meaningful. This decade taught me that growth isn't about having it all figured out, but about being willing to learn, to take risks, and to keep showing up even when things feel uncertain. I'm excited to carry these lessons forward and see what's possible as I continue building, serving, and growing into the next chapter. I'm incredibly grateful to be honored alongside such inspiring people who are making change in unique ways. Thank you to my family for always believing in me, and to my husband, thank you for your constant support and encouragement in everything I do. I also want to thank my community at Studio K. What started as a simple idea has become something far bigger than I ever imagined. This community shows up with so much support, proving that safe, welcoming spaces truly change lives. Thank you so much.
We are over halfway done and no one's tripped on the stairs yet. Give them all a round of applause. And we haven't fallen off the stage yet. That's also really good. Gabriel Outlaw-Spencer is a community-driven leader at Kitsap Public Health District who has dedicated herself to uplifting others in Kitsap County. Her work bridges innovation, empowerment, and impact with a focus on mentorship and supporting local entrepreneurs, particularly within the Black community. Gabrielle leads by example, showing that leadership is not about the spotlight, but it's about fostering growth, collaboration, and connection. She envisions a Kitsap County where maternal care is widely available, it's safe and culturally responsive, and where every family feels supported and empowered. Through her consistent efforts, she strengthens the county's social and economic fabric, helping others shine while building lasting, meaningful, and community-directed relationships. Congratulations, Gabriel Outlaw-Spencer.
Thank you. First of all, it's Gabrielle. Thank you. First, I want to thank God and a special shout out to my daughter. She is my heart and my greatest motivation. I can't forget my beautiful family, friends, colleagues, and my sorority sister who came out tonight. Thank you so much to Leadership Kitsap 20 under 40 for this honor. I'm truly proud of myself and the work I've poured into getting here. This moment reflects my dedication to education, my voice as an authoress, and my commitment to maternal health and healing. I've chosen to lead with purpose, learn relentlessly, and use my words, actions to uplift mothers, families, and people in our own communities. We don't celebrate ourselves enough, and today I chose to celebrate me. Thank you for coming. For my growth and even my growing pains, for my creativity, courage, persistence, and trusting my vision. For building a future rooted in knowledge, compassion, and empowerment. This recognition reminds me that my work matters, my story matters, and my leadership matters. And while I'm proud of myself, I'm grateful to walk alongside all of you in this community. Thank you for supporting me and reaching out always. Let's keep showing up, investing in education, honoring maternal healing, and believing in what's possible. Thank you.
Oh, I almost skipped ahead. That would have been. So there's this board game called Lord of the Rings, Fate of the Fellowship. It's a cooperative game where players guide their characters through various objectives while they're accomplishing these objectives while being pursued by Sauron's forces. I like to play this game when I'm not playing Pokemon, whipping out my Scheherazade card or my nerds. All hail the queen of the nerds, Ashley Martinez. Ashley is the founder of Ashley's Pub, which is a board gaming pub specifically engineered for introverts and neurodivergent folks. Ashley is a community builder who uses her pub to host educational classes, book clubs, tournaments, and fundraisers supporting local nonprofits like Kitsap Humane Society, Children's Miracle Network, Kitsap Animal and Rescue Foundation. She keeps her pub open 365 days a year. And that's a big deal. And she hosts potlucks on Thanksgiving and on Christmas Day for those who don't have somewhere else that they want to be. Ashley's leadership is rooted in creating connection and opportunity for those who need it most, showing that community thrives when spaces are intentionally designed for everyone. Congratulations, Ashley Martinez.
Thank you. I am not the leader standing in the front guiding the pack. I'm sitting in the middle listening or applying pressure from the back. Customer service has been in every description of my income. I've always loved bringing people out of their shells and then some. I gravitate towards the weirdos, the neurodiverse, the queer, the ones who you get them on their favorite subject and they will bend your ear. So I built us a safe space, a third place, where we can bring out our inner child. And man, has this journey been wild. I've met amazing people, I've been to some really cool spaces, and I'm really bad at names, but I'm much better at remembering faces. I'm grateful for the community that I built and the one that I live in. Much love to my chosen family, my blood family. Thanks for helping me win. Thank you for the recognition, the honor, the award, even though coming here was hard for some of my friends to afford. Thanks to everyone who made it here tonight to see these leaders shine so bright.
Our next honoree makes civic engagement feel approachable and even enjoyable. Alysa Grimes is creating spaces where individuals and organizations feel encouraged to step in and make a difference. Alysa is an attorney, an active community leader whose work spans legal advocacy, nonprofit leadership, and civic engagement. She has taken on critical roles supporting small businesses, serving on the Greater Kitsap Chamber Advocacy Committee, and leading programs like Eggs and Issues. She also serves as treasurer of United Way of Kitsap County, secretary of Kitsap Tennis and Athletic Center, and vice president of the Kitsap County Bar Association. What doesn't she do? Through her leadership, Alysa strengthens connections across sectors, mentors others, and ensures community voices are heard. Congratulations, Alysa Grimes.
Thank you. I've always been a joiner. In elementary school, I spent recess starting clubs. In high school, my mom put her foot down and insisted that I quit one activity because apparently it's not sustainable to be at school from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. I didn't understand what drove me to be so involved until I got sober when I was 24 years old. In recovery, I learned that the opposite of addiction is not abstinence, it's connection, it's community. 15 years later, that's still my guiding principle. When I'm connected to my community, I'm stronger, and so my community gets stronger too. I combine that with another guiding principle, best said by President Theodore Roosevelt. Far and away, the best prize that life has to offer is the chance to work hard at work worth doing. And for me, that work is connecting with my community, both as an attorney and through my volunteer service. Thank you so much to Leadership Kitsap for honoring me. I'm incredibly honored. Thank you to my fellow honorees for the work that you're doing in our community. Thank you to my family, Brian, Mom, Tad, Megan. Thank you for always believing in me. Thank you to Kin and Jill Bagwell for taking a chance on someone you didn't know 3.5 years ago. Thank you to Todd and Gina Buskirk for your mentorship. And thank you to Irene and John for your support tonight. All of you helped make this possible. And I'd like to leave you with a call to action. As the great Leslie Knope said, find your team and get to work.
Behind strong nonprofits and lasting community impact are leaders who listen, connect, and invest in people. Lillian Xie brings that thoughtful approach to philanthropy and community building across Kitsap County. Lillian is a nonprofit leader and philanthropy professional whose work strengthens Kitsap County through grant making, donor support, and community initiatives. She began her career at the Bainbridge Island Historical Museum and now leads programs that empower nonprofits, elevate local voices, and foster community engagement. Lillian also volunteers with Bainbridge Pride and the Mochisuki Festival, supporting cultural events and community connection. Please join me in congratulating Lillian Xie.
Thanks. I'm gonna first be grateful. I'm the clumsy one, so I'm glad I'm not the one who's tripping the stairs. So thank you to the folks at Leadership Kitsap for this honor, and our board member who isn't here, David Nelson, for the thoughtful nomination. I also want to give my heartfelt love and gratitude to my team at the Kitsap Community Foundation, as well as my loved ones who are here, near and far, and continuously inspire the work I'm so fortunate to do. At the foundation, our work is rooted in trust and leading with kindness, supporting our community so they can do what they do best, making Kitsap County a beautiful and bountiful home for generations to come. The best part of my job is working alongside our nonprofits and our community leaders with heart and integrity. This award truly reflects that collective effort, and I'm proud to be a part of it. Gratitude is quite literally in my name, and it's at the core of my life. When people ask me, how do you pronounce your last name, I say it's Xie, like ship without the P, and when you say it twice, it means thank you. So to our small but mighty team, our dedicated board, and especially our hardworking CEO, Tina O'Brien, xie xie. Tina, your leadership and grace have shaped the way I lead and learn every day, and I'm deeply grateful for the privilege of being a part of this work alongside you and all of these inspirational leaders. Thank you for taking a chance on a self-proclaimed introverted basement rat and finding out that I actually do enjoy the sun and talking with everybody. So who had known? So to everyone here and near, let's keep building a Kitsap that's resilient, connected, and kind. Thank you.
Emily Smiley is an author, which means she can create vivid word pictures and make sure that she can use a few words to say a lot. Case in point, what is the difference between roast beef and pea soup? Anybody can roast beef. Some of these are kind of like hand grenades, like, oh, someone else just got it over here. You throw it out and you see how long it takes. Emily Smiley is an author. She is the 2024 winner of the Pacific Northwest Writers Association Unpublished Novel Award in the horror category. She was a panelist at Worldcon 2025, and she is a community leader who has helped to build events for Kitsap authors of all skill levels and all experience levels. Emily is heavily involved in the Happily Ever After reading event at Barn, which is Bainbridge Artesian Resource Network. And there she co-runs an independent printing press, successfully providing a platform for aspiring authors. Emily co-founded a nonprofit, Content Hospital, which aims to promote area businesses and help authors elevate their craft. Through Barn, she coordinates programming, teaches writing classes, hosts contests, and supports independent bookstores and authors. Truly, when held in Emily's capable hands, the pen is mightier than the sword. Congratulations, Emily Smiley.
Oh my God, there's so many of you. Well, I didn't trip, so that's a good start, but there's always on the way down. All right, that doesn't count toward my minute and a half. In 2008, my journalism professor told my class that novel writing wasn't a worthwhile profession, and like any good student, I ignored him. Novel writing is many things. It's creatively fulfilling, it's therapeutic, and it's entirely worthwhile. But writing can also be an incredibly isolating endeavor. For far longer than I'm willing to admit, especially to you, it was just me and the characters living in my head. Meanwhile, in the real world, my blinking cursor was my only writing friend. After several years of loneliness and getting nowhere with my craft, I honestly wanted to give up. And then I found Barn. I honestly didn't know what to expect when I joined the writer's studio, but they immediately accepted me. They pushed me, they made me believe in my art, and after 2 years of being a member, I finished my manuscript, signed with an agent, and currently find myself within arm's reach of obtaining a book deal. Yeah. Thanks. All because I found a community that accepted me. And this is why I decided to volunteer as program coordinator for the writer's studio. For many, isolation is the death knell of creation. You don't have to be lonely or sad to create something beautiful and worthwhile. We are not in a position to allow art to fall to the wayside. Art is language, art is expression, art is power. So, listen to your teachers, unless they're wrong. Thank you, Leadership Kitsap, for this incredible honor. Thank you, public libraries, for being you. Pandering to the loud table. Thank you, Barn, for putting up with all of my crazy programming ideas. I want to talk to Ashley's pub later. Thank you all. Thank you to the members of Content Hospital. You know who you are. And thank you to my parents for encouraging me and Joey to be the nerdy little weirdos that we were and still are. And thank you to my husband for putting up with me, just like in general, just all of this. It can be a lot. Thank you so much.
In my novel, I thought about killing off some of the characters, but it would have made the autobiography really interesting. In her work with STEP, Support the Enlisted Project, Sheline works directly with military families facing financial or transitional crises by connecting them to the resources, the counseling, and the education to help them stay on their feet. Additionally, Kia volunteers on the Community Club of the Lewis McCord Board, where she has held positions such as Second Vice President, Kris Kringle Market Chair, where she leads large-scale fundraising events that generate thousands of dollars annually for grants and scholarships benefiting local military families. Kia's leadership is rooted in empathy, accountability, and action. She envisions a Kitsap County where no family faces hardship alone, resources are accessible, and every person feels seen, valued, and supported. Congratulations, Kia Sheline.
So our CEO shared something at our last team meeting. It was a mantra he borrowed from a Navy workout t-shirt, but it stuck with me. Do it tired. And if there's one thing I know how to do, it's that. I've had the distinct privilege of being part of STEP as a student, a military spouse, and an Army veteran, and now a mother. Like so many people in the nonprofit world, I've done this work tired, really tired, but never uninspired. STEP's mission is deeply personal to me. We exist to strengthen financial wellness so we can help prevent food insecurity, homelessness, mental health crisis, suicide, and other hardships facing our junior service members, veterans, and their families. Through counseling, education, and direct financial support, serving this community, especially our military families, is one of the greatest honors of my life. I'm incredibly grateful to do work I'm passionate about along people who believe in it just as fiercely. I would not be standing here without all of our community partners, all of you, who continually lift both me and STEP and make it possible for us to serve those who serve our country. And most importantly, I wouldn't be here without my husband and my baby girl, who are my biggest hype man and my little cheerleader. You are my why. Thank you for this opportunity, truly, and do it tired.
I was very excited to see our next honoree blending science, policy, and community in a way that keeps Kitsap's natural beauty not just protected, but thriving. Kirvie Mesebeluu-Yobech's environmental stewardship is shaping a future where Kitsap's natural resources thrive alongside its communities. Kirvie combines scientific expertise with policy leadership to create lasting environmental improvements in Kitsap County. As environmental programs manager, she leads grant-funded initiatives that restore shorelines, recover habitats, manage natural assets, and promote inclusive stewardship. Kirvie builds partnerships with state and federal agencies and engages local communities to ensure that both science and public input inform environmental decisions. Her work strengthens the connection between people and the natural environment, safeguarding ecosystems while fostering community resilience. Please join me in congratulating Kirvie Mesebeluu-Yobech.
Good evening, everybody. Don't worry, we're almost done. I'm second to last. Being named one of the 20 under 40 Leadership Kitsap honorees for 2026 is a tremendous honor. I want to begin tonight by recognizing the natural resources team that I work with at Kitsap County. Christina, Brittany, Renee, Amy, Daria, Jonathan, and Jade. You choose this work because you care about the environment and the place you call home. And it's an honor to work alongside a team that shares the same passion. I also want to acknowledge my mentor, Kathy Peters, who welcomed me more than 12 years ago and taught me lessons that shaped my career. To former South Kitsap Commissioner Charlotte Garrido, thank you for taking a chance on me back in 2013. You brought me on as an intern. That opportunity opened the door to my work with Kitsap County. My appreciation extends to my leadership team at Community Development, Director Rafe Weisham, Tina Rice, Cecilia Olson, and Scott Diener. Thank you for championing natural resources and climate planning work. To the Board of County Commissioners, Catherine Walters, Orrin Root, and Christine Rolfes, your political will and commitment to protecting and restoring our ecosystems drives and strengthens my work, the work I do every day. And finally, to my husband, who I made sure to take a video of me tonight, and our 2 daughters who couldn't be here, thank you for your support and understanding when my work demands more of my time. And to my parents who pushed me because they believed in me and saw my full potential, I will forever be grateful. It is a true honor to serve the community I live in, doing the work that I truly love. Thank you.
All right. Our final honoree leads with heart, hustle, and a deep belief in service. Whether she's advocating for workers, feeding neighbors, or building stronger connections, Tiera Beauchamp reminds us what leadership looks like in action. As president of the PSNS Engineering Union, Tiera prioritizes the well-being of her people while advocating for workers' rights. Beyond her professional role, Tiera actively supports single parents, feeds the homeless on a weekly basis, and teaches fitness classes to improve community wellness. Her leadership is grounded in hospitality, service, and empowering others to lead. Congratulations, Tiera Beauchamp.
Thank you for saving some claps for me, guys. Appreciate it. It's been a long but wonderful night. Thank you, Leadership Kitsap, for every single detail that you put into the celebration. It was beautiful. I felt so honored to be a part of this. Quick update, and just so you know, I can't see the signage in the back either, so if I go over 90, it's not my fault. Since I have been become an honoree of this wonderful award, I had quit my job at the shipyard, working there for 18 years. And I left my position as a president of the engineering union because I realized that there's a deeper need in the community, knowing that over 30% of Kitsap County is single-parent households. And if you Google it yourself, you can find it in your research that crime rate, drug addiction, and homelessness varies with the amount of single-parent households in a community. I'm honored to be here surrounded by such beautiful people with beautiful minds and big hearts, and I would love to collaborate with each and every one of you to see how we can do something to improve this. That we can bring hope to the youth in these single-parent households, that they have a place in here rather than a place out there on the streets. And feel loved and accepted and empowered to be a leader like one of you guys, one of us. I would like to thank my family and my friends. Chloe and Dustin, thank you for showing up. My wonderful kids for being the hands and feet of Jesus with me out on the streets. And last but not least, my husband, thank you, William, for being my support, my rock, and for encouraging me through all of this, and actually one more, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, for just leading me through this life. You guys, this is hard, but we got this, and there's still more work to do, all right? Come see me after this. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join a wild round of applause for all 20 of our honorees.
That was an incredible group of people that was just on the stage. And I'm going to go off script here a little bit, so brace yourself. With everything that you guys said and everything that you've been doing throughout your early lives in the under 40 crowd is incredibly impressive and is an inspiration to everybody in this room. Your dedication to making Kitsap County a better place through so many different facets is just absolutely outstanding. Now, sometimes we've all experienced, and I heard a couple people say it tonight, sometimes leadership can be a little bit lonely, and sometimes leadership can be a little bit scary. But each of you tonight now have 19 other friends that are in the same journey that you are. And with that, I also want to show you something. So as a 20 under 40 honoree myself, I want to ask anybody in this room that's been a prior 20 under 40 honoree to stand up for a second. To our newly entered 20 under 40 friends, welcome to the club. The rings will be in the mail, so you'll get them eventually. I'm still waiting, but you know, it is what it is. But I want you to take that moment to see that there are still people in this room, those of us over 40 now, unfortunately, that truly believe in you and show up to help you be the next generation to lead this community. So I thank you again for that. Thank you for your continued dedication. And one more round of applause to our 20 under 40! I'll go back on script now so I don't get the countdown timer thingy bobber. So, we also want to extend the gratitude to everyone who made this night possible, to our sponsors, our keynote speaker, Jenny Waldron. Let's give one more round of applause. Our award presenters, Matt Asperger and Grace Feldman. Give them one more round of applause. And of course, the amazing volunteers and Leadership Kitsap team working tirelessly behind the scenes to make this event possible. Thank you very much. I also want to point out a last couple bit of event partners and vendors who helped make tonight possible. Our decor tonight was none other than David Evans at the Wild Applause events. David, thank you for the decor. Our honorary headshots were by Leah Thompson at Scandia Studios. Of course, our venue host, the Kitsap Conference Center, and all of the employees that help make this happen, our servers, our bartenders, tip them well. Thank them for all their hard work. Thank you, guys. Our pre-event honorary event host was Chef JJ at Maynard's. Thank you to them. Our event photos were taken by Miss Tiffany Diamond at photography in the back there. And our videography by none other than John Rochek in the back there. Thank you, John. For all of you, your expertise and hard work ensured that every moment of tonight's celebration was seamless and memorable, and for that, I truly thank you. Before we officially wrap up, I do have a few announcements, because what would an event be without a few announcements? So, first of all, I want to show up on the screen here. Boom. Oh, that was almost perfectly timed. Look at that. Kitsap Women's Summit is coming up. For those of you, there we go. So outside of the 20 under 40 and our signature program, Leadership Kitsap also hosts a variety of other events to inspire leaders, and this is one of them that's coming through, which is our Women's Summit, which will be March 19th, 2026, a day of inspiration and empowerment. Tickets go on sale February 3rd at leadershipkitsap.org, so be sure to check that out. Next one is our Premier Institute. The Premier Institute started last year, and it is taken off. What it is hosting, it's 3 spring workshops designed to strengthen your skills, expand your network, and tackle real-life challenges facing our community. Spaces are limited, so don't wait to register, and it has been a phenomenal group. This is our next group that's coming up. Please feel free to get your stuff for that. Also on our Leadership Kitsap website. Lastly, our signature program application. So the signature program is our main event that we sponsor that runs the entire year. Our class, is there any current class members in the room tonight? If so, make yourself known. There we go, we got a couple. Welcome, excellent. So this is a 10-month program that helps emerging leaders tackle Kitsap's biggest challenges. So it's a huge commitment, but it's a phenomenal experience. So if you have somebody that you can think of, this is no age limit on this one, find somebody that would, yeah, I know, I'm just saying, as you 40-year-old plus, there's a chance still, come on. Find somebody and talk with them about this program. It's a wonderful networking opportunity. In fact, tonight I've run into several of my previous classmates that are here tonight, and we're getting a group photo afterwards, just so you guys know. Best class ever, where's Carly? She's like the easy button for that. There we go. So make sure to get those applications in by April 6th, and that'll be on the website. Thank you for celebrating the rising stars at Kitsap County with us tonight. It's been an honor to be in front of you guys this evening. Drive safe and have a wonderful evening.